Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to say thank you for coming my presentation. It's great to see you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vatoni. I'm from Economics of Education, Fakultas of Ekonomi, State University of Jakarta. And this video, I will tell about your research proposal presentation with the title, The Influence of the Family Environment and Student Learning Discipline on Student Learning Outcomes in Economic Lesson in Widya Nusantara Senior High School, Bekasi City during the COVID-19 pandemic. Chapter 1. Background. Development. National is effort to upgrade quality human and public that done by sustainable with take advantage of progress, sciences, knowledge, and technology and pay attention challenge global. Success whether or not development national determinant by factor human the reactive, innovative, won't work too hard, intelligent, healthy, physical and spiritual and responsible answer from produce shows power human with criteria that wrong the only one with way the could taken is through pet education. Destination education was seen from success process study that could be measured with the result study student Teresa. Result study is result that obtained through activities evaluation, certain by independent for knowing how much far destination learning have achieved. Result study influenced by factors that originate from in-self or outside self, factors that originate from in-self internal, consist from factor physical and as health and statistical and factor psychology and intelligence, attention, interest, discipline, talent, motive, and maturity and factor fatigue. Factor the origin from outside individual extreme cause the from factor family. Environment family to become factor urgent and take effect to achievement result study student as member family student always interact with member family other, especially with a person all because as person all the provide amenities study student, finance, education student and give attention by physical and psychological. Factor others would determine real study in discipline student that cover discipline study in school nor in home. Short discipline student will code more develop ability that own student with good for interest learn it. As research that done by Wahyuni, students that have a level discipline that high always get scored that very good. Year 2020, existence COVID-19 virus and in apply his PSBB activities education to affected from application PSBB that we wait to the learning by distance for. Ministry of Education and Culture declared the acute drop result study student during pandemic COVID-19 in almost all unit education doing learning distance for goodbye online or offline limited happening drop result study student during PJJ because the teacher not can give theory by total complete condition normal. Moreover, delivery theory to done more limited and no live face-to-face advance. Direct general education child, age early or PAUD, education basic and intermediate, Ministry of Education and Culture Jumeri say, based on from evaluation implementation PJJ during pandemic, occur drop results to the student. On learning, online student could become less active in convey aspiration and his thoughts. So there could result in saturation in learning student. The experienced student in study will get processed in result study. Learning online, student cause because less activity in country, aspiration and his thoughts, so that could result in settled in learning rural family, especially person all have role urgent for monitoring activities to the child during learning by online. Learning this then for the technology information that of course need discipline from student where student must dominate all kind of site education throughout the internet. The next must analyze by independent results with some data that given by teacher with a lesson given. Result study theory economic in Widi Nusantara senior high school. Still in understand score a KKM. Then this calls in from result rating the middle of the semester showing that still there around 30% from all students that score PTS now fulfill standard complex that C school of 77. Question research 1. Is environment family by Particial have influenced that significant to results to the economy is within Nusantara Senior High School? 2. Is discipline student by Partial have influenced the significant to results to the economy in within Nusantara Senior High School? 3. In environment family and discipline student by together have influenced the results to the economy in within Nusantara Senior High School. Destination research. Based on problem, they have formula based reach, aim for get knowledge, and fact valid and cold trusted of knowing so far were influenced by particle from each variable, free variable, bound on influence by together or simulation for variable depth, variable free on result in every family, and decimal student well variable bound on research this result study. Chapter 2. Background Back Theory, Learning Outcomes, Jihad, put forward his opinion about result study. This is an ability a child that got after pass through activity study. Sujana, result study is ability they own student after get experience study. Hamalik, have we that a little different with two few previously emphasis to sex learning not only reference to own result the written student the transcript, but to reference to on-chain perception and behavior. Learning outcomes based on some opinion then delivered by expert called synthesized that results study in something process for knowing ability that obtained student learning something of topic in learning that called result is change at behavior on self student that called observation and be measured from the change in knowledge study and skill be marked from number alphabet or symbol certain. Hasbulla, background back theory, family environment. Hasbulla, environment family is environment education, first because child, first time education and direct in family. Ihsan say their family is institution, education first and most important because children grow in family and grow becomes adult. Environment, family, impact first on formation personality, family as environment early process learning, expect cold yield for habit study that could say so that could quit for child for result study that responding with hope Widana. Family environment. Based on some opinion, then will differ by expert call be synthesized that environment family is environment the place someone born and first time get education, obedience and knowledge, and first time understand value and willingness that will apply in life daily in determining destination his life. Background the back theory learning discipline, Umi Kulsum, to think that discipline study is something a condition, the create and formed by someone through effort for get to change behavior than new. Discipline is awareness someone to do something that corresponding with rules to apply with full beer it answer and without existence correction. John put forward his opinion about discipline that is. Discipline is training to act according to rules that have meaning that discipline is train someone for act corresponding with rules. Learning discipline based on some opinion that delivered by expert called synthesis that discipline study is something condition more or behavior social someone that by ever from grow attitude obey and obey rules to apply from the way application learning. And this research previews you see they influence the learning environment and learning discipline on learning outcomes in real electronic experience comments in vocational high school. And Ryan it influence discipline study environment family and motivation study in result. Elmia, the influence of the family environment on student learning outcomes in relation in SDN 83 Central Cindy Gorontalo, Santi, influence environment family to research study language Indonesia student, middle school, country 11 Merauke in South Papua. And Cardinal, influence of motivation, study, discipline, study, and environment, friends, paper to research study economics to class, 9 EPS Titan High School, TS. Research hypothesis based on the explanation of the conceptual description and theoretical framework above the hypothesis for this are as follows. One, there is positive and significant influence on learning environment, on student learning outcomes in economic subject at within Nusantara High School. Two, there is positive and significant influence on student learning outcomes, significant learning discipline on student learning outcomes in economic subject at Widi Nusantara Senior High School. There is positive and significant influence of family environment and student learning discipline on student learning outcomes in economics subject at Widi Nusantara Senior High School. Chapter 3, Research and Methodology. The place and time research. Research is done in senior high school within Nusantara. The district Raya Trisatya 47 Rawalumbu, Bekasi City when the research when conducted since March 2021. This time is most effective because it's most students have started to effective new semester. Method. The research used described research with approach quantitative. The method used in this study is survey method using a questionnaire. The data used by research in primary data from family environment variable and student variable, environment variable using the secondary data obtained from the research site. And this relationship constellation and population sample. The population in this study were a student of class 10, 11, 12, Mary Social Study at SMA within Nusantara or within Nusantara Senior High School. Population take the number of sample using Isaac Michael formula calculation with an error rate of 5%. The number of sample is 110 students. Result study development instrument. Learning outcome process to determine the ability obtained by student learning in studying the topic learning that can result in change in student behavior that can be observed and measured in the from change in knowledge, attitude, and skill and are marked with number, letters, or symbols certain. Definition operational. Learning outcome in this study were obtained by student learning outcome in the form of measurements of the cognitive, psychomotoric, and affective domains of economic subject from their result during even semester as student within Nusantara High School. And next, development instrument, definition conceptual. The family environment is the environment where a person is born at first, get education, grants, and knowledge, and first understand their value and granular stake will be applied to everyday life and determine high life goals. The family environment use pyramid data and can be measured by several indicators, namely that maintain used by parents' education, harmonious family, relation family, circumstances, family, economics condition, and parental attention. And this real instrument inform family, the method used by parents' education, harmony of family relationship, family situation, family economic condition, and parent attention. Next, development instrument, discipline study, definition. Learning discipline is a moral condition or social behavior of a person who consciously foster an attitude from obedience to the applicable regulation to carry out his learning obligation. If it's operational learning discipline is primary that they can be measured by several indicator, namely time, discipline, and action discipline. Real instrument discipline study. The discipline, time discipline, and discipline of action. Data and analyze technique. Technique collects data. The data collection technique is done by using a questionnaire with a written statement towards responder to answer. In the research method using USPSS version 25, program by using multiple linear regression. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.